Okay guys, it's Sarah's night again. I'm back with hopefully the final part of Let's Play MegaMan X6. Thankfully it didn't take too long to recharge the energy tanks, and I just went ahead and rescued everybody else I could find. It turns out all those missing Reploids from this one file, number 7, were actually from Shield Sheldon stage. And when I left that one Maverick Hunter on the overhang with all the spikes that I couldn't seem to get past without shadow armor, I forgot all about him until just now. So when I went to rescue him, I went on forward to the boss chamber, and turns out there was like 5 more hunters that needed help along the way. So that's pretty much everything. And unfortunately, one piece of bad news is that I think I'm well over 1,500 souls with X and 0. I mean, not 1,500, but 2,500. And I'm still not able to equip a 4th part, so I guess it's lucky that you can get the first 3 so early on, but you really have to work for the 4th and 5th, so. And we'll, let's see what we need with X here. I'm probably going to want Jumper over Speedster, considering the choice setting that Gate has to fight you with. So, and as for this other stuff, Buster Plus, Super Recover, I mean, Shock Buffer. I wonder if that stops you from getting knocked back, and in that case, I'm actually even going to want that over Ultimate Buster, as that ended up being a lot more useful than I thought it would. Even though there's a long reaction time, but, you know, it'll be annoying to have to constantly charge up again. But in order to defeat Gate, well, without too much headache, I think I'll have to go for it. So there's these limited items, you know, when use, which I can't remember what. Power Drive, Hyperdrive, Weapon Drive, Overdrive, they all help you be able to do something repeatedly without for a limited amount of time, or at least until you lose your life. They'll help you like do something repeatedly without ever running out of energy for it. But life recover is really what I'm gonna want here in order to take on Gate. So we're finally going to go on to the end without interruption. And it really is a lot harder with X to defeat Hymax and Gate, at least in my opinion. And yes, we'll defeat Hymax again on the way. And I just not really controlling my slide there. But yeah, this thing right here, and I mean, if I run into a spike doing it, that's cool. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it turns out it wasn't just invincibility, it's just for a limited amount of time. Whenever you slide, you can take care of, you know, creatures above you. I really couldn't find a use for it, honestly, but, you know, it at least looks cool, I guess. And with, sorry, I accidentally slid to the wall again. I seem to have a problem with that. This thing right here, oh, sorry, not, okay, let that go on. But Metal Shark Player's charged up ability, I haven't shown it yet. I realized that, yeah, you can see all those Storm Eagle clones coming down. There is one drawback to it, as cool as it looks, and how, you know, it will definitely destroy everything on screen, but the thing is, you're having to stand completely still while they're going down, and if you get hit at any time during the animation, you know, you're knocked out of the attack. The clones just disappear. So, and the minute you get hit, you know, I guess it's only fair, really. And there's got to be some kind of drawback to it, or it'd be broken, I suppose. And just in case I'm actually close to being able to equip a 4th part, and I need to retreat and start over, you know, I'll go ahead and keep on collecting souls. And that sounded kind of evil. I'll keep on collecting souls. Oh, well, here's just a big congregation of nightmares for me. What sucks is that, I mean, it's like if you jump again, if you press the jump button again, that's what activates the slide on blade armor as well as the slide button. So it just, I don't know, I guess that's why I just keep blundering, because it, you know, you can do it with more than one button. Or maybe I'm still thinking I'm Zero and I can, you know, I can double jump. Which, that's another thing that's going to make the fight with Gate a lot more difficult, is the fact that you can't double jump with X. So if you're going into the pit, well, you only have a slide to save yourself, not a double jump. Well, let's see if Eagle can help me here. Almost. Yeah, see, the moment you get hit, they just disappear, so kind of in a way it's useless. And apparently I accidentally pissed off another totem pole up there. I guess the fact that, honestly, wait a minute. Did Zero fashion himself a new saber? I cannot believe I never noticed this before. X still has it. I don't know, I get, you can't tell me for a minute that Capcom, I mean, if they meant for this to truly be Zero's saber that X started out with, you can't tell me for a second that Capcom actually, you know, took that into account by keeping the saber on X. I mean, I suppose you could say whenever X goes into battle, Zero's like, well, hey, in case you need this, just go ahead and take my saber. But, yeah, bullcrap. I think Capcom just forgot to take it off of X. Whenever Zero came back. Either that, or just as part of his self-repair mode, he was just like, you know, he can actually create a new saber for himself. Yeah, I'm sure. Yep. The jump button and the slide button activates as a mid-air slide, and that makes it awkward for me personally. You know what, let's stop screwing around here. Ooh, there we go. Good shot. Just kind of a big damage gauntlet this part of the stage. See if you can make it through. Okay, I'm not going to be able to activate this while I'm standing right next to it. so let's try retreating back over here, defeating that part. Ugh. I have no control over this slide. They're really gonna make me go through all these guys. Even with his limited arm, defense, Zero would, quite frankly, be able to make it through a lot easier. And I don't even know how I did that. These things traveling along the ground is what really is doing it for me here. Ugh. Just everywhere. And of course, you can also slide it midair by pressing left twice. Left or right, whichever direction you're wanting to go, accidentally, and it just sucks. I wonder if I can actually defeat them with... No. That's not going to work. I can just somehow keep this up. Whoop. And I can't. Well, I must say I never expected it to be this difficult. I must have completely forgotten about this part, but Hymax is waiting just above. Oh, at last. I'm gonna have a lot of this cut out, but you guys don't know how many tries that took. Of course, with the blade armor and my inability to control the sliding, you can imagine that last obstacle was kind of a pain in the butt to try to get through. But finally we're here at high max. X, are you psychotic? But yeah, this time he's got like this, yeah, you have to, you know, freeze him first with a buster shot, and then, if I recall, takes meteor rain after that. So yeah, this one's gonna take a few tries to get the pattern down. He's got that extra shield to take up more of the room, and you know, it's the fact that, you know, you're gonna take a lot of damage from hitting him. Well, that actually makes the fight a lot harder than last time, more than you'd think. Now Zero can defeat the shield easily with his, you know, his cartwheel saber thing, but whoa. Was that it? Now if you manage to snag his foot, what the butt? Oh crap. He just kind of keeps... That jumper enables us to get over that easily enough. Actually, no, screw it. I'll just try Metal Anchor. If I manage to charge a shot, well, I guess might actually do a lot more damage. Without the melee damage of the saber, it might not be possible to actually snag him underneath the shield. Whoop. Woo! I wonder if Kai doesn't even destroy the shield instantly. Of course, it leaves me in place too. Oh, I thought he was stunned there for a second, but no, screw it. Well, it seems if he shoots that orb, suddenly I can go through his shields. It's interesting. Let's see if, well, I'll see to it next time. Thanks for making my job easier. It's a good way to start out. If I could simply, you know, do an air slide fast enough, but the blade armor just doesn't make that possible, and I forgot this a very annoying feature of it, and honestly, that makes the Falcon armor better in my opinion. Oh, whoops. Thought I was going for a big giant electricity orb. Yeah, if you manage to hit him just right as he's coming down, well, you're good to go. What the? You know what? Screw it, I'm returning here with Falcon armor. Okay, let's see if this works better. No such luck. Well, I'm just gonna keep searching for ways to defeat you, buddy. That is some shield you got there, I must admit. Ugh, of course I can't fire the charged shot without accidentally sliding. So there's a no-go there. Okay, I'm not expecting anything to happen with the laser, but if by some miracle... Yeah, absolutely not. Well, only thing to do, keep avoiding that thing. Look for an opening. I must say Jumper is really serving me well in this case. And if needs be, I'm sure I can spare an energy tank for this fight, even because technically I'll have two more. The other energy tanks and the two energy tanks and the one-time only life recharge. So, and for Gate, I mean, as long as I don't make the mistake of falling into the pit, I can't see myself needing, you know, all that much life to defeat him. Even with X, he does very little damage, even to zero. He does. That's not what makes him hard. It's having to turn his own weapons on him while avoiding falling into the pit. So, you know, this is just a big damage guy. So, just gotta. And you and your daggum shield. Please keep doing that more. I enjoy it. If it'd be possible to charge a... to do a fully charged attack with Metal Shark Player, and if that would do more damage while he's stunned. One way to find out. And I fail. Boy, I bet it really cleaned his clock, though. Really, I just gotta stay up on the walls, and if he comes down, well, I'll know what he's about to do. Otherwise... I thought I'd give that another shot. Okay, well, At least I think I have my strategy down now. And using Blaze Heat Nix's weapon is not part of it. Let's change that before I do something stupid. Hey, the more he does that, better a chance I have at winning this. Yeah, just do it. Fortunately, sometimes I can't seem to get the... use the slide button instead, I suppose. Instead of the jump button to slide. Okay, dude, come on. Come on, dude. And if I stay... Yep. It seems the more I stay up on the walls, the more he's tempted to release his shields instead of come down and do that swoop. Well, this will tire you out real quickly, leaping off walls multiple times. Okay guys, well, I'll cut back to you when I actually finally manage to defeat this guy. It may take a while, so see you in a little bit. It. Oh, crap. Wow. And here I was thinking it was so easy now because he stopped playing grab ass with me. Good thing I had that weapon tank charged, eh? And finally, done. I wasn't even paying attention to my weapon energy. That was extremely lucky. Well, actually, not so much. I could have used Meteor Rain on him instead. But whatever. It's done. Didn't even have to use an energy tank too, thankfully. Now we're on to the next section. I know Zero's saber seems to defeat those things, but it's almost not even worth it. We'll just maneuver through them. Now here's where the stage layout changes according to which character you're using, X or Zero, and I always thought that was pretty interesting. Zero kind of has to go through a big, you know, compressor stage like in Metal Shark Player's domain, and of course it's even harder than, you know, in the original level. But with X, he just kind of has to do a bunch of tricky platforming. At least I think he does. We'll see if you enjoy this, sir. Well, I guess you're fine with it. Oh, hello. You know, sometimes the magma blade can be utterly useless when it's charged up, I'm not gonna lie. It just depends on where it chooses to go across the screen, in particular. I think I'll just go past him. Oh yeah, we got our acid rain here, and now the platforming. Really didn't seem to get the job done. I guess we'll have to keep this going. Yeah, let me just take care of this thing first. With Falcon or Blade Armor, you know, it's not so bad, but they put the same stage layout on you even as Shadow Armor X. So you gotta ask yourself, how are you supposed to do that? He can't air slide. Now it turns out I actually looked this up in between videos because I just wanted to know if it was even possible. And I imagine if you can do it, then Gate must be super easy to defeat with Shadow Armor. But yeah, it was kind of like you do a dash leap, you know, where you're immediately dashing in the midst of your leap. You're not doing it midair. And then you just start using like his charge attack. You know, of course you'll need Ultimate Buster for it so that you don't have to take the time to charge it up because you're doing this midair. And you keep using his charge attack to kind of inch him closer and closer to the edge that you're trying to leap onto. And it works. I mean, you know, it does work, but I mean, wow. It has to take quite a bit of luck, and you have to be timing this just right. And you barely make it. But that's how it works. I'm sorry, I'm just not even gonna bother to try that. Okay, so far so good. I believe we'll just not even try to leap up after these things and risk falling into the bottomless pit. We'll just take care of it that way. That guy's a little bit too far off screen for me to... We can get him this way, however. Okay. And X just decides, hey, now's a good time to teleport. Let's just take care of this with Commander Your Mark's weapon. And finally, we're at Gate. Notice X just walked straight across the floor just now. Somehow, when Gate appears and, you know, he turns the lights back on, it's like he makes, you know, most of the floor disappear. I don't know how. I don't know why. And honestly, if Gate is this strong, at least in terms of defense, because none of your weapons work against him, none of them, then why did he even need high max, honestly? So Gate's like, oh, last experiment, seeing if I can defeat you. And I really do like this music right here. And honestly, although it can be annoying, it was a nifty idea to have you fight Gate this way. So yeah, you hit the orbs as he shoots them out. So all he has to do is not shoot them out at you, and he can just chase you around the room at his leisure, and eventually have you fall. But yeah, that's how you do it. You pretty much have to use a charge shot in order to take out the orbs in one hit. Or honestly, you know what? Might be my advantage to just try. Oh, and the orbs have different functions. Like, for instance, this red one slows X down and, of course, puts him in Gate's way. And I'm just going to go ahead and, take the fall, come back with full health. One problem with this is, you get close to defeating him and say you used up most of your extra energy supply, well, you're kind of screwed. So you'll have to stage select, go back out to random areas, recharge your energy tanks, and start over from the beginning, defeating high max again too. And the thing is, another thing is, with Zero, he can defeat the orbs a lot easier, even though he does have to get closer in X. But as Gate shoots him out at you, you kind of have to trick him into stopping in front of you, so that it doesn't end up falling on top of you, and then of course you can't shoot it without moving out of the way and readjusting. Come on. You gonna shoot something, buddy? Uh-oh. That one does random shots. Assuming I use up all my extra life, I'm keeping up with him in terms of damage, but, I'm so afraid of using it now and then when I could probably do better. What's this thing do? If I can just... No, it disappeared. But yeah, I thought it was a really nifty idea they came up with for this fight. I sure want to know is... what I want to know is... What is Gate encasing himself in that enables... that completely disables all my weapons? It just... except his own. Yeah, the other thing is, can't even... Let's wait for him to come back down. Yeah, not doing too good starting off. And the green orb just kind of tries to suck you in and, shock you in midair so that you fall to your death. And this one, of course... Ugh. I can't even shoot. Yeah, I got you with that one, but honestly... Probably, Ultimate Buster would have really helped here, but Shock Buffer is probably helping me out a lot too. I mean, who knows? Maybe I should have. Actually, no. I take that back. There's no way I could defeat. There's no way I could defeat High Max without Jumper, really. Or at least I don't think so. Now I'm wondering if, I mean, X has a more clumsy hold on Zero's Saber than Zero does, of course, but I'm wondering if that will work almost just as well. If I can somehow get an orb to stop right in front of me while I'm on a platform. Yeah, not bad, or at least it worked in that particular situation. And it's best to try to stay on the lower platforms, at least to me it is, and, you know, keep them going back and forth. I can't leap out of the way, okay. And keep them, you know, going back and forth horizontally. You really don't want to, yeah, like this. I'm trying to get him back down on the ground. There we go. We're doing pretty well so far. And the purple ones shoot out. If I can just... Yeah, there we go. I really need to learn to stay on the... Oh boy. Great news is, as long as Gate's stunned, if you happen to run past him in a stun animation, then you're good. You don't take damage from that. Oh, I forgot the blue one kind of sucks you in. The thing is, he doesn't keep... Oop! I just need to not worry about... Okay. I'll go ahead and take one more hit before I... The other thing is, yeah. The thing is, Gate starts destroying platforms, you know, here in a little bit, and, you know, that definitely gets tricky without double jump. I mean, they eventually respawn, of course, but in the meantime... Yeah, if they kind of... If they touch a large area of the platforms, then they're destroyed. I think we found a good opportunity there. Zero Saber is working quite well. I can't believe I never thought to use it before. I must say. And X has left to fall to his doom. Either that or he's going to magically appear over on a safe platform. Yeah, no, what a shame. Actually, if you use Zero's DNA to create that armor, boy, I tell you, why isn't Zero invincible? And this is what gets me right here. You know, I guess Gate is one of those bad guys where, you know, he honestly thinks what he's doing is right, creating this ideal world for the strongest Reploids. I don't know. And he kind of tells Alia as much. Look, I'm staying my course. I'm determined to do this. So it seems like he honestly has his heart into it. But then he tells you this right here. I resurrected Sigma. But it's like just for the sake of revenge for X and Zero foiling his plans, he says, "I'm bringing back Sigma," and don't ask me how. Sigma, you've died at least 5 times already. And yes, you did need his help to resurrect, I'm sure. But I like the way Gate says it. He says, "I brought back the evil Sigma." So he recognizes what he's doing, obviously. But it's like, as long as he can get revenge, it doesn't matter what Sigma's going to do to the world now. You'd think he'd just sort of give up and go, "Well, I guess I was wrong, please forgive me. Join the Maverick Hunters, I don't know." And I think X is talking to Sigma like face to face, at least as far as I know, or Sigma just sort of appeared in a transparent phantom-y kind of way. But now there's another stage to do. Of course, we got to go after the 8, Mavericks again, as always, and maybe Sigma was in Isox's body all along. I don't know. And maybe that's why it shut down after Sigma, released himself in a more tangible form. And what Ayla was talking about, this is similar to the Eraser incident. That was from one of the MegaMan Extreme games. I actually never played them. I think I played the first one briefly, but all I could see was that four of the Mavericks from X1 had come back, and you needed to go through all that over again. But that was the plot of one of the Extreme games. That's all I know. So yeah, this time Sigma's he's not really himself. He's like not. He's like sort of half dead, like zombie Sigma. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but when you see him, you'll see what I'm talking about. In a sense, he's weaker that way. But he's so driven. I mean, he's so driven to do away with X and Zero once and for all. Well, and I honestly thought with just kind of that thing playing out, it seems like it's honestly Sigma's last stand, even as a virus. He's not going to be able to survive after this one. It's like this is the last game in the series, at least in terms of whether Sigma comes back or not, that X and Zero are finally able to destroy him for good this time. It just seemed pretty final, but as we all know, there's an X7 and an X8, and Okay, well, let's see how good I do now, standing up against these guys a second time. I don't know what commander you mark's weak to, but does it really matter? You know what? I'm going to try to find out just for kicks. I mean, he's so weak. I really feel sorry for the guy. Does this work? Yep, pretty good actually. And you know what? I forgot to de-equip X's full life extend. Well, not extend, sorry, his full life recharge, one-time use, and put it on 0, but I like to think I won't need it. It's not going to be as easy as Shadow Armor, but considering, like Shadow Armor, 0 has a, close-up melee attack that really accumulates damage on a target, at least in some cases like Like Sigma, for one. Well, I like to think I'm going to do enough damage to him at once where I'm not even going to need the... I don't even know what this dude's weak to. I just sort of... I don't know, defeated them just with whatever I had at the moment. Managed to make do with that. But apparently, at the very least, Metal Shark Player's weapon seems to stun him. Yeah. You got stronger defense than I thought, buddy. Either that or I just don't know your weakness. Well, by now this shouldn't be too difficult, especially with Saber Extend. Okay, just get those clear out of the way. Oh, all this time I actually haven't been doing much damage to him. I didn't realize that. Now, why did that particular attack do so much damage? And it's hard to tell sometimes. It's like the extension from the Saber was what really did it. Okay, we'll come back to that. Okay, well, our second energy tank is recharged, so we have those two, and it really ought to be enough. Oh yeah, Commanding Your Mark's weapon especially does this guy in. And I don't know, I just find that funny the way he just sort of goes head over feet here. It makes that weird sound. I'll just be grabbing that. Oh, well, Blizzard Wolfang's next. I'm assuming he's weak to Blaze Heatnix's weapon, but I don't think I ever took on Heatnix before Wolfang, so I don't know for sure. Ooh boy, that hurts him real good. Even puts him in place. Just think I'm glitching him somehow. Well, that was easy. Apparently Commander Yamar's shots really do the trick here. I really can't just go blindly into this though. Ugh. Actually, I should have known Infinity's own lasers would not work against him. It really does pay to defeat Commander Yamark first, so you have this weapon permanently right after the first stage. Okay. Who's this guy? Oh, Metal Shark. Taking a dive at me, ain't he? Stink Chameleon, that's interesting. He just duplicated him. And I lost. Of course, I'm kind of messing around there. We'll go ahead and that's the last guy I haven't fought yet. Shield freaking Sheldon. Oh, and yeah, Randy Turtle's also here somewhere. Apparently at close range, Z-Buster can actually be useful sometimes, doing an astonishing amount of damage. He just kind of stood there like an idiot and let me beat you, buddy. Yep. Boy, you're not much without your shields, are you? Why ever release them? They do, however, do an extraordinary amount of damage. Yep. I just thought maybe by chance that would do a lot of damage to him. Yep. And I think, yep. Back to Blaze. And the Z-Buster does a lot more damage to him than even a full Saber combo did. That's interesting. You know, I suddenly have a newfound respect for the Z-Buster. It's just that it's only good at particular times. definitely not. I guess that's what it's specifically for, just to see if he uses the first time a normal enemy, and you're like, why would I ever use this over the Saber? Just in any given situation in the middle of a stage, and Capcom's like, well, we'll actually make a lot of bosses fairly vulnerable to it, so we'll see if you can figure it out. If you just happen to use it again by chance. Whoa. Yeah, I should have known that wouldn't work. And who's this guy again? Oh, Metal Shark. Well, if X's laser attack worked, why not? Huh. Well, well. Actually, I think it was Rainy Turtle's weapon, at least in Zero's case, that is his weakness. Never even thought about that till the last minute. Okay, finally, let's take care of the last guy and get on with it. That last hit on the Saber combo is what really seems to do the damage. Whoa! I have to admit, that kind of looks cool. Okay, so that tactic's not going to work. And holy crap, his shields. Okay, well, all I got to do is that. I guess it's a nifty attack. Okay, so there's a short level ahead, I think, and then finally we'll be at Sigma. Where this is exactly, I'm not sure. I guess it's still somewhere in Gates' laboratory. You tell me. Trying to see if it was even possible to defeat him with an uppercut. Just a little more. Yeah, I hope you're coming back, you know. I almost ran into those spikes on the wall. I guess just one last middle finger in case you were, you know, trying to just air dash over the guy. So you notice there's something a little wrong with Sigma here. He's not quite up to the task. He's kind of listless, corpsey, dead. He doesn't even know whether I'm X or 0. Oh, really? Let's see about that. Oh, what the? Oh, I can hold it back. Cool. Oh, now you got a little frisky there with the big purple. Yeah, it's just meant to be a quick battle, and he only has one more form after this, but I don't know where he gets it. Who built this battle body for him? Kid? Yeah, Sigma can't even talk right now. Well, it'll look awesome if I can do it in one shot. Oh, and the music here is awesome, by the way. So, I can't do anything about it right now, but here in just a little bit, he'll open his big stupid mouth and... Shot eraser. Whoa, boy! As you can see, when he opens his mouth, he's quite vulnerable. Now, why he does this, I really don't know. Well, energy tank time. Of course, if that green geyser crap hits you, well, it's big trouble. Oh boy, giant orb. And I fell. Sorry guys, it would have been awesome if I did it on my first try, even using up both the energy tanks, but... yeah, whatever. X4 has always been my strongest game in the series, so... Whoa! Okay, we're just gonna hop over those for a little bit. But apparently normal attacks will do best here. Not even the fast spinning cartwheel thing will have as much an effect. Ooh, energy. You know, the one thing wasn't in my way. I think I'll have to pull this fight too. Ooh, boy. Grumpy? It seems Commander Yamark's weapon is actually not going to be of use here. It doesn't repel the normal enemies that he spits out, so those little bobbling Sigma heads. I just wonder what this does. Okay. Kind of have to get up close for that, but... Ooh, fast attacker. I don't know what it is with the Z-Buster. It just seems so retarded at first. And yet, here it is, it's kind of taking care of business, even if it leaves me in a vulnerable position. Okay, spit him out. Well, either that, or these guys just have a kind of a shield going on at first, to where you can't just defeat them right away. Oh! Hello. Of course, this thing is... Oh boy! I can't keep up. Okay, I might as well use it. I like Sigma's hazy face. I don't know why, it's a really quick fight, but I just think it's very awesome. I kind of like the theme of Sigma just coming back out of pure bloodlust this time, just this vengeance streak going on, and he's not even really capable of fighting. But you know, the intense music at the end and the whole entire theme of the game, it just makes it one of my favorites in the series. And I don't know, I guess the strange difficulty spike kind of turned people off, but so yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know why Zero chooses to, you know, alienate himself at this point. I guess Ice Hawk and Gate made him feel bad about himself with all the trouble that his DNA caused. They're saying it's all because of you. So he chooses to put himself in like cryo freeze or something. He's like, X can protect the world by himself from now on, but honestly, it would have been helpful to have you still around, buddy. And we all know it's bullcrap because he just comes back in X7 anyway. In fact, as far as I know, I didn't finish the whole game, so maybe there's something I don't know here. But you can't even play as X. You play as either Zero or this new guy called Axel. Who is this mystery scientist anyway? Does he have a name? Well, you know, now that I think about it, maybe, I mean, it was accused of, it was Zero who was, you know, accused in the beginning by Isaac, who of course knew that Gate was behind the whole thing and created the nightmare. But, you know, I guess as far as the humans on Earth, no, it is all Zero's fault. So, and maybe trying to disclose the truth won't work. So, I guess Zero's like, well, I'll put myself in cold storage. Maybe they won't be so pissed off they'll come after me and try to destroy me. Whatever. I don't know if that date has any sort of significant meaning. No idea at all. And maybe it factored into the plot of X7. I don't remember. And guys, I've decided oh boy, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm actually going to try to play through that whole game. It sucks, or at least it did as far as I got, and I got through like half the you know, of the 8 original bosses. So, you know, I'm going to try to give it a shot, but more than likely it's going to be a flop and it's going to be irritating. So yeah, that's the ending you get if you finish the game at Zero. Honestly, I kind of like X's better. With X, he and Alia decide they rediscover Gate's body and find that it can be saved. So, you know, having feelings for her old, you know, partner, comrade, whoever, Alia just says she'll do her best to help restore Gate. And hopefully he'll be at least somewhat apologetic for all the trouble he caused in this game when he does. Notice something else. The ending themes in X4 and X5 sucked hard. And it's not that they sounded unpleasant or anything, it's just they were totally out of character for the X series, you know, or at least it just seemed like it to me. But I think they bring it back pretty well with this song right here. I mean, it's in Japanese, I have no idea what the guy's saying. But, you know, it's cool. And even though I did have lots of fail on the way there, I am kind of patting myself on the back for at least trying something I don't think I ever have tried before, and that was defeating Gate with X. I'm sure I defeated Sigma with Zero before, but you know, for some reason I didn't remember it being that easy. Well, easy in terms of it's so quick to defeat him. I know I lost like twice, and that's because I guess even as weak as Sigma is, somehow his driving hatred was able to just do big damage attacks. And if you're playing a Zero with his, you know, with his normal armor stats in comparison to X's, you know, much higher defense when he's wearing a special armor, well. But yeah, that picture's from X's ending right there, where, you know, Ailey looks worried. I like her character. She just kind of seems to have this general compassion for everyone, you know, around her and everything. And I like her design. I've always wondered though, she clearly has hair here. The other guys, X, Gate, Cygnus, Douglas, General. It seemed like only the female characters in the X series, like Iris and Alia, they actually have hair showing. And I'm just wondering, what's that hair made out of? Is it did like humans donate actual, like their own actual hair to fit on top of the Replib when it was being created? Or is that just have the appearance of hair and it's actually like perfectly still and hard as metal? Whatever metal is being used to make it up. But and either this picture's from Alia and Gate in the old days when they were a team, or it's after Gate was restored and he's like, oh, thank you. So, and then Alia got a new look. I don't know. But yeah, this game has my approval. I give it at least an 8 flat out of 10, if not 8.5. To me, it's a good one. I mean, I know it had mixed reactions overall. A lot of people seem to hate it, but no matter what, you have to admit X7 is the only truly damaging game to the series. And that's basically for one reason: 3D. Oh, it's so bad. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me through this, guys. Here I was making fun of X the whole time during X4 because he died more often than I'm used to doing in X4. But and it's true that X4, it really is a shorter game. It just seems to take a lot shorter time to go through and get everything that you want and establish, working patterns on defeating every boss and things like that, so that you can just flow through it easily. But no matter how many times I can play X5 and X6 in a row, I never got nearly as good at them as I did X4. And of course, they're definitely harder. But still, considering X did his entire LP of X4 in like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and here I am. I think I'm on the 6 hour mark right now. So yeah, X, sorry for making fun of you so much, buddy. But I'm happy to have taken up the torch and ran the rest of the way, and I intend to go all the way to the end of X8. So X7, X8, I hardly played them before. I never even beat X7 period. I beat X8 like once. So it's going to be almost like doing the whole thing anew. It's going to be like a blind LP for me, but in a way I'm looking forward to doing them and just finishing the whole entire series. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time in X7 or Final Fantasy VII, the hard mod that Lantis has given to me, whichever comes first. See you later.